Episode 2. You Can't Tax the Federal Government. McCulloch v. Maryland, 1819. Last week we talked about how the Supreme Court gave itself power. This week, we're talking about how the federal government proved it has power, and why states can't mess with it. This is McCulloch v. Maryland. Let's set the stage. It's 1819 and Congress creates a national bank. Some states hate this idea, especially Maryland. So Maryland tries a sneaky move. They pass a law taxing the federal bank, basically hoping to tax it out of existence. James McCulloch, who works at the bank, refuses to pay, and Maryland sues. What starts as a tax dispute quickly turns into a massive question about power. Two questions hit the Supreme Court. First, does Congress even have the power to create a national bank? And second, if it does, can a state tax the federal government? Chief Justice John Marshall says, yes, Congress can create a national bank, even though it's not explicitly listed in the Constitution. Why? Because of the Necessary and Proper Clause, which allows Congress to use implied powers to carry out its duties. And no, states cannot tax the federal government. Marshall famously says, the power to tax is the power to destroy. If states could tax federal institutions, they could control or destroy them. End quote. This case does two huge things. It establishes federal supremacy, federal law beats state law, and it confirms implied powers, meaning the Constitution isn't a strict checklist. Modern federal programs, agencies, and regulations all trace back to this case. So, McCulloch v. Maryland tells us one thing loud and clear. States don't run the federal government, and they definitely can't tax it out of existence. Next week, Gibbons v. Ogden, the case that decides who controls interstate commerce.